What is up, guys? IndieGamerRetro here, and welcome to another Let's Play series. I guess language mode. English. Watch the Toast presents. The producer Ryan Wayne Jones, aka Slice Toast. And welcome to Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard for the PC. I decided to change my playlist up a little bit. I was going to do more RPGs, but I'm actually kind of getting burnt out having so many on my current list already, so I just did a pass on Steam just to look for other types of games. So I looked for like puzzle solving, mystery, and point and click adventures. And I saw this one that looked really interesting. Like, I like the art style and the way that it looks, so like, you know what, I'll just give this one a try. Classic mode, modern mode, hidden items are more obvious, some timed puzzles are more forgiving. Yeah, I'll do classic, that's fine. We're supposed to have like a cutesy art style. Long time ago in a faraway world, mysterious things were about to happen in the small kingdom of Velehill. Velehill? Something? It's a beard. Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard. I'm eating tacos. Delicious tacos.
Tried everything to extinguish those flames. Now we're all doomed.
The ancient scrolls may be destroyed, but still no misfortune will befall us animals. Not tomorrow, and not in 1 year. But the day will come when the survival of all will depend on these irretrievable writings.
Okay. 500 years later. Yeah, that's more than a year.
Are we there yet? I'm so tired.
Ooh, some sheeps.
Pull yourself together.
Oh wow, that's a derpy looking sheep. Shoop.
What is it now? My wool feels so heavy today. Oh man, can't you stop whining for 1 second?
Don't fat shame the sheep. What?
I think you've stepped in something there. There are antlers peeping out of your wool. Whoa! A roebuck in my wool?
Greetings! May I introduce myself? I'm Finn, and I must say, you sheep are a wonderful means of transportation.
So I was carrying you through the entire forest all this time? Oh, don't worry. We'll put you where you belong.
Thank you. That's not necessary. I'm almost where I want to be. Have a great day, you two cuties! Oh, by the way, I'm just on my way to the Valley of Velehill. We deer are preparing for our annual Club Moss Festival. Would you like to come along?
Go fry an egg, Roebuck boy.
Oh, that's not
Aw,
nice.
Too bad. See you around.
Be mean to the deer.
The valley still looks just like it did back then. Time seems to have stood still here while I was away. By the little forest down in the valley lived my parents. How often I used to skip along this well-trodden path. It has become a little wider. Just this turn, and I'll be at my parents' home. Oh, I can hardly wait to see them again after all these years. They'll be making eyes for sure.
Nah. Oh.
What happened here? My parents' home. It's completely destroyed. Hello? No trace of my family. Oh no, something bad has happened here. Strange footprints. Something's coming closer. I better hide.
That was mechanical.
It's gone again. What in Hippo's name was that? These tracks must belong to one of those creatures. Surely they lead me to where my family was taken. I must find them.
Chapter 1, A Dark Secret. Oh, I do thing. Okay. I press button. Ooh, options. Lots of options. Ooh. Notebook. Need to find out where my family has been taken. Okay. Gold
The
coin.
last gold coin that's left from the trip here.
Oh, yeah, meh.
Poor me.
You're right, poor you.
I'd probably love to lie among the rocks, if I were Moss. I guess you have to be a real adrenaline junkie to grow that close to that cliff.
Can I talk to Tree?
I already had some good conversations with him. Unfortunately, there's no time now.
Yep. Talk with one of the trees. Because reasons, I guess. Okay, we'll go back.
Something must have happened here. The soil is still fresh. Nothing in there resembles the former furniture anymore. The beams, the stones of the fireplace, the tables, everything is lying around in there in a gigantic hullabaloo. This cruel thing didn't even stop at Mother's precious porcelain shields! I don't need to have a conversation here. Nothing in there but beams. This cruel...
Ooh. A fish?
I still remember these strange fish too well. Peaceful, but known for their enormous jaw strength. Every razor blade is a joke compared to those teeth.
Okay, I guess I don't want to mess with the thing. Entrance. Oh. Open?
The dreaded forest of the wolves. The part of this forest where the entire wolf population has been brought to. Strange. The door has been unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and not go there then. Sounds horrible. Look at this little gate. It's adorable. Okay, so I'm going...
The footprints disappear from here on.
Guess town?
I haven't wandered through those gates in ages. Why is there a crowd gathering?
Behold, the king's ambassador is nearing.
Oh, lol.
Dear townsfolk, I, as the ambassador of our king, bring you good news in these dark days.
Oh.
Ah,
As we all observed in horror, the wolves have returned to our territory. A terrible incident that we have been trying to prevent since the establishment of the Wolf District. But this wave of destruction and kidnapping of helpless fellow animals will come to an end. The king has come up with a plan to make the Wolf District escape-proof in the future. Tomorrow, he will arrive here and let this plan be put into action.
finally, this nightmare has come to an end.
This was the good news I was told. I will now rest at the inn and then visit the neighboring towns.
Hooray for the king!
The wolves are responsible for this? They
Upton?
must have seen many generations.
Ferret? Oh, that's a ferret. Sounds like a weird cat thing. Oh, a horse.
Ferrets are known to hoard and sell all sorts of junk.
But I can defend it?
Good day!
Greetings! What you see in front of you is my small but fine general merchandise stand.
What do you have to offer?
I knew you'd ask. Look and be amazed. Here we have... Wait, what do I actually have here? A half-finished mended sock, an old toothbrush, a green heap with various mushroom crops on it. Ugh, this was the chocolate croissant from the previous year. Here we have something. These unspeakably fashionable knitted scarves, and of course, the one thing that everyone has a burning desire for. Torches. I came up with that joke myself.
Ugh. I, expected a bit more.
At least I offer quality. When will you find scarves as warm as these?
It's high summer.
I'll probably end up needing those for something at some point.
I like the scarf. To barely escape heat stroke at 1,000 degrees is my passion.
I knew it. Only 5 gold coins.
I'm afraid
Oh.
I don't have that much in my gapingly empty purse.
Too bad.
That torch seems useful.
I knew just by looking at you that you would choose this high-quality torch. Only 2 silver coins.
Great, I've got that much.
It is yours. Something to light the fire is included.
Are you just taking your trash outside, or are you really selling this?
Are you just taking your trash outside, or are you really selling this?
Don't say anything against my trash. Sometimes it sells like hotcakes with the rats.
Can you tell me what's going on here?
That's not hard to see, is it? The wolves are on the loose. Total state of emergency.
Do you think that the wolves are behind all this?
Well, I have to say that I don't really know much about the wolves, but they are pretty bad guys with bad manners and certainly get angry easily. I think I'd like them a little better if they'd buy a few stress balls from me now and then instead of wreaking such a havoc here.
My family has also been a victim of these attacks.
What? For Hippo's sake, how terrible! Can you be helped in any way? Are you injured?
No, I was too late and only saw what was left of our home.
Oh, maybe you need an extra cuddly soft handkerchief to dry your tears with. By the way, 2 packs are now available for the price of 1.
Thank you. I'll pass.
As soon as the king arrives here with his troops, these wolves will be brought to justice. I'm sure that your family will then return safely.
No.
I wonder if the king is really going to get a handle on things here.
Sure, let them go ahead and heighten the walls around the wolves' area. On the other hand, the situation is actually not so bad for myself. The more animals remain in the city, the more interested eyes glance over my my goods.
Subject change.
Okay.
I'll be on my way.
Cheer up, buddy. I promise, things will brighten up soon.
I wonder who might live there.
That's not what I wanted to do, you bastard. Man.
What a turmoil up there.
I sprechen into the birds?
Oh, what's new up there?
No, I guess not. Okay.
He seems to have a good nose for business. It
Nothing.
provides cool refreshment for the animals on hot days. If only the sparrows wouldn't leave their business in there. Someone left a thing there on the brim. A piece of soap.
Oh, okay, I have soap.
Morning.
I wish you an absolutely tremendous morning, my friend from the forest.
Well, it could be better.
Grab me a drink. What can I buy here?
What can I buy here?
For just 1 gold coin, I can pick up any trail for you. Bring me something whose smell I can sniff, and bada boom, bada woof, I'll pick up the scent and find whatever it is you're looking for.
Ah, useful. I'll come back when I have something.
So be it.
Strange things are going on here.
All right, you can feel on your whole body just how tense the mood here is right now. Even my fleas are hopping around much more nervously than usual. Ouch! Ah, that was Olga. That old cow is the worst of the bunch right now.
What do you think of the king's plans?
Our king is a good man who has always impressed me. I'm sure he will somehow straighten out the situation with the wolves. After all, his father, great-grandfather, and great-great-grandfather managed to do this as well.
Do you think that the wolves are behind all this?
I must admit that I've met a wolf only twice in my life. Consequently, I can only comment on them to a limited extent from my own experience. But I think that the old stories about their cruelty already speak for themselves. However, their approach is really peculiar. Yesterday, when I went into the woods to my old favorite pasture to do some, business, I found there, to my horror, only a broken tree stump with strange metal parts sticking out of it. I could only express my deep sorrow for this with the loudest, most heart-wrenching yelp that I ever made in my dog's life. How could the wolves do such a thing? And above all, what do they want to achieve with it?
Have you seen 2 deer? My parents disappeared without a trace during one of these alleged attacks.
That's terrible. Unfortunately, I have seen nothing, but I will keep my eyes, ears, and especially my nostrils open.
But let's talk about something else.
Okay
See
then.
you later.
I have an open nostril for you at all times, but
Ooh, a
better
snack.
stay in town. You never know.
So I need to find something to bring to him to use to track a scent. Go to pub, not horse, pub. Uh-huh. There's a hedgehog drinking. There's a cat doing Running Man for some reason. There's that stork ambassador and people.
Hedgehogs. A nightmare during every pogo. Hello there!
Greetings, my friend.
The music's alright, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite nice, but it's also kind of mainstream. The songs are catchy, but the chord progressions are a bit predictable and quite overused nowadays. They only use power chords in every song. I like it a bit more alternative.
Tell me more.
I know a hedgehog band that is totally my jam!
Oh, hedgehogs. I heard that the noise of their spikes scratching on their instruments is almost unbearable live.
Yes, but they do that on purpose, and it's called a stylistic element. Sometimes the scratching gets so loud that you can't even hear the rest of the instruments. And often, the amount of scratching even reaches more than 200 scratches per minute.
I think I heard something about that once. My great-grandfather couldn't stand that style of music at all. He liked more melodic choruses with punchy deer roar.
I believe you. Older folks can't stand music like this. But every genre has to evolve at some point, doesn't it? Where would we be if we only rehashed the old stuff?
Well, I'm more of a nostalgic person. I don't mind that so much.
Oh, and by the way, let me tell you about this. Groups of howler monkeys and pistol shrimps are currently forming new bands a few towns from here. And it sounds so rad. The hottest dung ever, according to some connoisseur circles.
Rad. I'll remember that. I had a band once too. Me on the lute, a peacock on the vocals, and a giant hamster on the drums. But soon that hamster had crammed so much junk into the rehearsal room that we had no space left to practice. Occasionally, even pieces of our equipment had disappeared into his cheeks. One day, it was clear to us. We had to kick him out.
That sucks.
To move on to another topic.
Like, I really hope he means his face.
What do you think of the wolves?
What? Wolves? Where? Help!
Easy! I just wanted to ask.
Please, don't scare me like that.
I can tell you don't seem to trust them very much.
It took me 2 days to gather the courage to go outside again. Like any smart hedgehog, I had holed up in my house and lain in the corner of my room, curled up into a spiky ball. After all, the wolves could be anywhere.
Oh, come on.
Also, this morning, I heard something scratch at my window. I immediately knew that this could only be the terrible claws of a wolf.
Oh no! Did you get help?
It was just a branch. But my hedgehog sense tells me that next time, it may be a wolf. It wouldn't surprise me if those guys are walking around the houses at this very moment to seek out their next meal among us. As soon as the concert is over, I will immediately hole up in my house again. It's way too dangerous out here.
You seem awfully scared of them.
Of course! Hasn't anyone ever told you those old stories about them? Terrible stories about what those guys do to their victims? How they show no mercy once they get you? How their teeth shatter every bone of their victim into millions of bloody pieces just by touching them? How they grab your neck and wring it as if it's an old washcloth?
Apparently not the R-rated versions.
Those are much worse.
Do you think that the wolves are behind all this?
What do you mean by that? What other animal could create such havoc?
That's a very, very good question.
Okay, listen. I appreciate someone like you who thinks ahead and looks for other causes. But listen to me. My great-great-grandmother taught me one thing. When there is destruction and death, only the wolves can be behind it. And in that case, we have no choice but to act immediately.
Enough of this. Will the king make it all right?
You bet. I have complete confidence in him. If he deals with the wolves just as thoughtfully as his father did, everything will soon be back on track. The bards will surely dedicate many songs to our king afterwards. But hopefully not mainstreamy stuff like that over there. There should be more semitone scales.
Have you seen a deer family?
I'm sorry, dude, but I haven't. It was those darn wolves again, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
It seems like more animals are disappearing by the hour. We can only hope things will be resolved when the king intervenes.
I'll be on my way.
Stay vigilant.
Okie dokie. Meh.
He seems to be suppressing his fear quite well. The mead certainly does the trick. So, does the mead taste good?
It at least makes everything a bit more bearable.
Oh, you seem quite exuberant.
Let's just say I'm slowly coming to terms with the current situation. For now. And by the way, this isn't my first meat either. Want me to buy you one?
Thanks, but I need a clear head right now. The music is quite nice, isn't it?
I'm really glad that, despite everything, a certain normality is still being retained here. And to be honest, I'm only here to throw my legs back and forth. You know, to shake off all the overwhelming anxiety. But I'm already dreading the moment when the music is over and the worrying starts again.
Can you tell me what's going on right now?
I wish I could. At the moment, I feel reminded of those long-gone times that my great-great-grandfather used to tell me about. Those dangerous times when the wolves still lived and hunted freely among us. It was a real blessing for us that the wolves were eventually driven back into their closed-off territory.
So you don't seem to be too fond of the wolves either.
When I was little, I was downright obsessed with the culture and lifestyle of the wolves. I pestered my great-grandfather with countless questions, and he could answer each of them with a true horror story. One thing he told me is that any form of art is completely unknown to wolves. Not a single pencil or brush could ever be held by one of their massive paws, solely because they are only shaped for grabbing and crushing our necks.
Sounds unpleasant.
The only thing they'd ever call art are the deep red blood puddles that their victims leave on the ground.
That must have spoiled your curiosity, huh?
Pretty much. Actually, I'd like to visit the wolves area one day and be convinced of the opposite. But surely there's a reason why these old stories exist.
Do you think the king can handle this?
Oh, you know, I can't really form an opinion on that. Regarding the tension with the wolves, the royal family has only been doing, let's say, damage control in the last few centuries. Sometimes I wonder if diplomatic negotiations with the wolves might be possible, but the wolves seem to be nasty, unpredictable guys, and that's why such a proposal would certainly cause an outcry among many animals.
My family is missing.
Oh no, how awful! What happened?
They came from my parents' house. Everyone is gone.
At the moment, no one is really safe anymore.
Did you happen to see two deer? About my size, a little older, graying fur?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no. But I'll keep all of my paws crossed that nothing bad has happened to them.
To move on to another topic. It was nice chatting. I gotta go.
It's best to stay in town until things get back to normal.
Looks exhausted.
Man. Okay, talk to the beard.
Hey, can I interrupt you?
Go ahead, go ahead.
How was work?
I'll tell you, it's extremely occupying. Leisure time is increasingly becoming a foreign word to me. But it fills me with the deepest pride to be the most important stork with the biggest beak in the land. What sound, other than the one of my voice, would be better suited to instantly reach the ears of every animal?
Poof. Tinnitus. Scratching your nails on a chalkboard. Your voice is really very beautiful. Enough of that.
The scratching of nails on a chalkboard?
Ha ha! I'm about to choke on my mead.
How will the king proceed with his plan?
Oh, our great king has come up with a whole lot of great things. I was informed that the rock walls around the wolves area will be raised, by several meters to be exact. These walls will be guarded around the clock by a specially trained fighting force of merciless gray squirrels. Traps will be set and watchtowers will be built. In addition, the entrance gates to that area will be secured by 50 separate locking mechanisms.
What kind of traps are we talking about?
Currently, hundreds of singing bard parrots are being trained to reach certain pitches that are absolutely unbearable for wolf ears. These parrots will then be placed at strategically selected points in the forest, where they will sing like there's no tomorrow. If this tactic doesn't work, we'll resort to harsher measures.
Wait a minute. You don't mean...
Yes, I do! The most beautiful poker hits from all over Velehill.
But this method was only used for war purposes.
Indeed.
What?
But great dangers require drastic measures.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, it sounds absolutely awful. Is there another way to handle this?
You are absolutely right. I myself am downright appalled by the king's decision.
Oh?
The measures should be much more drastic. Our king is too kind with those ruffians. If I were in charge, I would take all the actions to give the wolves the good old-fashioned beating they deserve. Then there would finally be peace.
Ah, I see. Change the subject, please. Why would the wolves attack us again?
I beg your pardon? What a question! They are wolves, after all.
But there have been no attacks for a long time.
Those ruffians are simply unpredictable.
I don't know if this is the right approach. Did you see a deer family on the way?
I am so sorry, but no.
Didn't you perhaps notice something after all? It's 2 deer anywhere?
As you may have been able to tell, my head is almost bursting with instructions from the king. Thus, I am simply not able to help you look for your parents. Phew! As you can see, it is downright exhausting to be as important as me.
Well, la-di-da for you.
I gotta go.
Trust in the king.
Ooh, mug.
Tasty.
Can I take it?
Boy, that meat is mine.
Oh, sorry, Master Beaver. Actually, I don't need your mead. My personal relationship with the ambassador is not so close that I would sip from one cup with him.
Try and pick all the mugs. Okay. Finn, the greedy old boozer.
Not bad. This nice rhythm helps me to not go completely crazy right now. Otherwise, my state of mind feels more similar to a mosh pit. Isn't that one of those bands? Paw Jam or something? Woohoo! Yeah! Awesome! I hope that's how you do it nowadays. Woohoo! I hope that's... Or maybe that's Silver Bear.
Oh, different dialogue.
Could also be the Smashing Puppies.
Oh, what are you smashing puppies for? It's not nice.
Maybe the Screaming Eels after all. Wait, that's Jays of the New! Or a Lizard in Chains? I got it! The Stone Temple Peacocks!
Ow.
However, they also sound a bit like 9 Inch Whales, but that's almost a different genre. There was also Sharky Playground. Now it reminds me more of King's Axolot. Come on, it's the guys from Howlgarden! But actually, it could still be Paw Jam.
Grunge never died. Let Finn guess all the band names. Give me a second. Okay. To plug in my headphones. Okay, so I guess that's it in here. Oh, I guess again. Visitors?
Nice to see animals still going to concerts in this age of house music. They'd rather listen to the music than my voice.
Okay then. Okay, so I gotta find a thing to come bring back to the doggo. Maybe like take something out of their house, but it said that the house was dangerous to go inside.
To go inside would be life-threatening. No.
Nope.
The sight breaks my heart. Nothing in there resembles the former furniture anymore. The beams, the stones of the... This cruel thing to... Something must have happened here. The soil is still fresh.
Can I pick up? Yes, I can.
I'll take some soil from the footprints.
Alright, well that worked.
Strange. I smell an intense and very strange note. By all the fleas of my great-grandfather! Usually I'm known for my sense of smell, but I can't place the note.
No problem, but could you pick up the scent of it?
Give me the gold piece, and then follow me.
You'll find the right item for Dogomir. Mole mines.
The trail leads right to the entrance of the mole mines.
What is this place?
The moles were mining here a few years ago. However, it was never particularly productive here, if I remember correctly. Now, the mine is closed.
So I guess I'll have to go in there.
I don't know if this is such a good idea. You would better come back to town and wait for the king to get a grip on the current situation.
And abandon my family?
Actually, I would like to help you so much, but out here, my knees are shaking with fear.
Go back to town. I'll get to the bottom of this on my own.
All right. I wish you all the luck.
Okay, bye, doggo.
This passage must have been crossed by my parents, too. What a view! I can even see the neighboring kingdom of Velehill! Well, those rocks sure picked a nice place to lie down.
Oh, small stones.
Somebody must have smashed some rocks here a long time ago.
Can I pick up small stones? Yes, I can. Okie dokie then, into the mine. Oh, big dork.
I may not have eaten anything this morning, but that was definitely not my stomach.
Welp.
Phew.
Okay then. Use torch with darkness.
Let there be light.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, thank you very much. There's some draught that thinks it has to blow out every fire. It's so dark. Some light would be nice now.
Okay. Am I stuck?
I can still squeeze through this narrow gap.
No, I'm not. Okay. Huh. Oh, coast?
I don't think
Boat.
anyone will get far with this boat. The wood is brittle from back to front, and it all reminds me more of Swiss cheese than a watercraft.
Cave, tree, water.
When I was little, I often sat here and looked out to the ocean. Wait a minute. Pretty! There's a little shell. What a beauty! I really think it'd be a lot prettier if there was a shiny pearl inside of it. Oh, there's actually one in there! What a coincidence.
Okay.
How it gleams!
Okay, I has pearl. Gotcha. Ooh, raccoon with jar.
Raccoons always look so similar to each other. I can hardly tell them apart. Greetings!
Shush! I am a rock.
A rock? You don't look like that.
No, you don't understand. That's my strategy.
Huh?
I've been trying to get my hands on one of these glowing bugs for 3 days now. But these little animals are so terribly shy. If I stay here long enough and don't move, they might think that I am a rock. As soon as one of the bugs crawls on me, I strike.
That's the stupidest tactic I've ever heard of.
Hey, don't be so mean. I guess you're just jealous because of my enormous willpower. But you'll see. My time will come. Maybe even tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. Or the day after.
You'll achieve great things one day, my friend. Can you tell me what's going on here?
The animals in the town are making a huge fuss. Everyone is running around all panicky because of some weird mass hysteria. The wolves are on the move again, they say. The evil wolves destroy our trees and houses, they say. But I say, calm down, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
Do you know anything about the wolves?
In Hippo's name. Come on! Wolves here, wolves there, wolves everywhere! I just can't take hearing this any longer. Not even a single hen I know is chickening up as much as the townsfolk. To be honest, I myself couldn't care less about the wolves. I've never even seen one, and that's a good thing. Ever thought that maybe the king himself is behind all these incidents?
Is this going to be an excursion into creepy conspiracy theories?
What?
There are so many things that we do not know. Educate yourself a bit. But not only with officially approved scrolls. Those in power would have enough reasons to make us more docile with an artificial mass hysteria. And how do I know the king isn't perhaps a world-destroying, floating tuna cream monster?
Ugh.
I myself have not yet seen him with my own eyes.
Come on, you don't believe that yourself.
Well, admittedly, some theories I heard really do sound a bit nonsensical. Secret sparrow organizations in hidden forest areas collect information about all of us. Bards send subliminal messages when you let them sing their lyrics backwards. And I once heard that our world is supposed to be round. Just imagine this nonsense.
This is not my area of expertise. Did 2 deer pass by here by chance?
I have seen nothing. Why?
My parents disappeared recently. Something bad has happened.
Oh, my, I'll keep my eyes open for you, all right?
Wouldn't you rather go somewhere safe?
Yeah, why should I? Then I would be doing exactly what those who are behind all this want.
Let's talk about other things. Can I have your jar?
I'm sorry, but that jar is extremely important to me.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
All right, but be a little quieter.
Get one of these bugs.
What strange little creatures. I think they're very rare. These beetles make every firefly green with envy.
Boink. Never
They
mind.
escape again and again. Surely these bugs don't like it when you get too close to them.
Clutter.
Someone must have lived here a long time ago and left all his clutter here. What should I do with it?
I move clutter. Oh, okay, that works too. I meant to pull it, but whatever.
So that's the reason why these fat beetles feel so comfortable here. They like to snack on the leaves of this plant. The plant is rooted deeply into the ground of the cave. I only took some of the sticky leaves.
Oh.
The leaves stick to the wood quite nicely.
Ah. Ha.
He couldn't resist the leaves.
Hey, that doesn't count.
I just like to make things a little easier for myself.
Okay, found a bug. Catch one of the bugs. Okay. I now have source of light. Ooh. House thing? I'm gonna come back to that.
Let there be light. Ugh, I probably have to go in there. At this spot, my little buddy still gives off enough light. It's always better to have both hooves free. A weirdly large keyhole is carved into the wall.
Here.
Something tells me this is probably not part of the mole mines anymore.
Oh, what? Telling me to save for some reason. Danger. To the light.
What is that over there? Between all this rock, I can barely make out where it's coming from. Uh-oh.
Oh, what the crap?
That is definitely not a wolf! This out of here. I have never seen such a creature. I'm sure it didn't come to this area to pick flowers.
Kind of like a robot-looking thing.
Hey, my good fellow. Listen to me, please. Surely you're just as scared of me as I am of you, right? Tell me about yourself. Surely you're not such a bad guy, are you? I'm sure you're frightened in this dark mine, all alone. Where did you come from? Hey, you don't have to be ashamed of it. Do you like pizza? I guess not so much, huh? I like spaghetti myself. What kind of music do you listen to? Sounds like a rad genre. Very avant-garde, I'm sure. Do you have any friends I should meet? No? Too bad. You're actually a nice guy. Let's talk about something else. I want to show you that you can trust me. After all, it must be terrible for you if everyone keeps running away at your sight.
Oh, some small talk with the robots. Show some love for the robots. Will not come to you very slowly and peacefully.
I will now come to you very slowly and peacefully.
You see, I've been kneel down harmlessly in front of you because I don't want to hurt you. Guys.
You see, I'll even kneel down harmlessly in front of you because I don't want to hurt you.
The animals are friendly to all strangers. Urgent hair appointment.
We animals are friendly to all strangers. Let's be friends. There you go. You see, we do understand each other.
Oh. Finn left a lasting impression on the cold, hard floor of the mole mines. Oof. Okay. Okay.
What is that over there?
He is not friendo.
Between all...
There's a mean robot.
Uh-oh. That is... Let's get out. If only I could reach it.
No, Oh, add rock. Can I? Yes.
Whoa! That sounded like it hit quite good. This thing will probably not get back on its feet so quickly. Uh-oh, that came from the tunnel. That smash with the iron gate was probably a bit much for this collapse-prone little place.
But that is quite good. Defeat the monster.
What hole did these creatures crawl out of? I think I see some kind of hatch on it.
A hatch?
Hey, a little hatch can be opened here. Ugh, looks like there are huge dark veins in there. They can even be pulled out. I could pull this one out even further, but that's enough for now. I've never seen anything like it. It appears that something can be attached to the loose end.
Man.
No! Now this part of the mine has collapsed too! Now of all times! I guess that's it. I'll never get through these piles of rocks. I could have saved my family.
Who? What?
Is there someone?
Doggo?
A wolf. Do they have something to do with this after all?
No, come back, Doggo. Nope. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm saving it again. Finger.
Huh?
Alright. It's never a good idea to blindly walk into wolves territory. Okay. Okay, I need something to protect me.
It definitely hasn't gotten any smaller over the last few years. There seems to be a small hole between the roots. I don't think that will do any good. I don't think that...
Huh. I need to come up with something to plug that hole. I'll probably have to catch that fish for something. So I need... an item.
Morning!
I wish you an absolutely tremendous... Oh, you look frighteningly pale. Have you seen a ghost?
A gigantic monster in the mole mines!
Excuse me? Did something happen to you? Is it a wolf?
No, no. Something way more dangerous.
Apparently, there are really unimagined things going on here. I beg you, stay in the city and wait for the king's help. Whatever is happening, we little animals are powerless.
Smell you later.
I haven't opened, but better stay.
Good day.
Can I amaze you one?
Terrible things happen in the mole mines.
What? Do tell, what happened?
I encountered a huge, lumpy creature. It must be more dangerous than a wolf, and it's in an extremely bad mood.
Did you take the opportunity to recommend my store? I'm sure it is in a bad mood because it can't find suitable accessories for its size.
Wait a second, what?
So, no? What a pity. But whatever you have discovered there, one should perhaps be on one's guard against it. Stay here and wait for the king's men. They will surely fix the whole situation.
Okay, you're not
I'll
helpful
be on my
either.
way.
Cheer up.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Something is going on in the mines.
What? You were there? Have you met the wolves?
Not really. There's something else going on here.
I'm sure that is all part of the wolves' plan. They are trying to deceive us.
Meh.
I'll be on my way.
Stay vigilant.
So, is the meat... It at least...
Yeah.
It was nice. It's best to stay... Hey,
Go ahead.
I need help! There's something in the mole mines.
You must be foolish. Why do you even go there? It must be obvious that the wolves are up to mischief there as well. I beg of you, wait for the king's help. We do not want, nor can we afford, any more casualties at the moment.
Meh.
I gotta go.
Trust in the king.
Wait, cabinet? Did I look at the cabinet already?
Nice! I wonder how much mead was spilled on it throughout the years. I guess this is where they keep costumes for all the festivities.
Okay.
Let's see if it fits. A bit too big and not really my taste either. All that aside, it doesn't do me any good here.
Can't put it back. Oh, fuck. Just switch it out for another one.
I'll put it on.
Ooh, and Froggo?
I like my usual shirt better. That being said, this thing doesn't do me any good here. Then I'll squeeze into this thing against my will. Ouch! Spikes sting like crazy! Not only that, it also makes me look like a complete idiot. Let's get it off. It doesn't help me here.
It's a hedgehog costume. It's all spiky. Trying all the costumes. Party deer. It's like a spiky costume. That's... Yeah.
Then I'll squeeze into this thing against my will. Ouch! Spikes sting like crazy! This moron has torn my whole costume!
Okay.
I've never been this far into this territory before. Following that shadow was quite a stupid idea. There are voices upstairs.
There were these tunnels, and these weird noises. They sounded like this. Brr, brr.
And the light was totally weird too. It was never like that before, and it was just unbelievable.
Now slow down and start from the beginning, Yorick. What did you see?
I've been in the mole mines.
Yes, I've already got that. Now cut to the chase. I can barely understand your ramblings.
Where there was once a mine shaft, you now find steel walls, countless pipes of unknown metals. None of this was created by the moles. I swear, it has begun.
I know that myself, you moron.
Then I guess we'll have to hurry.
Has anyone else seen it?
Well, there was this one deer, but I managed to shake him off.
I overheard the rest of the animals. They seem to blame us wolves for the sudden wave of destruction.
How stupid of them. But let them think that. Well, as I already told you, we will set out for the edge of the world this very day. As was to be expected, I was able to round up a brave troop of wolfmen to accompany us.
You've done a wonderful job, my leader, as always.
Silence, moron. If all goes well, we'll be on the edge of the world by evening.
I'm sure it will be worth it, Father.
Once we find what we are looking for there, our centuries-long oppression will finally cease. You two, send word to my troops at the far end of the forest that we'll be leaving shortly.
Of course, Father.
We will.
I'm still gathering some important documents in the storeroom.
We better get going.
Looks like I'm stuck in here now. And what in Hippo's name were they talking about?
Cauldron.
The wolves cook all sorts of meals in it, for sure. Ugh. And I know I don't want to try any of them. A few books on the topic of cooking and brewing potions. That book up there looks interesting. Oops! A recipe for a strange mixture. You need a certain fruit and water. The fruit's juice, when added, gives the water the qualities of glue that's especially sticky. You need a certain fruit and the fruit's juice, when added, that's especially sticky.
Okay, so I need a fruit and some water to make sticky goo. Middle-work.
Apparently, even the wolves care about their appearance.
Yes.
Oh, some kind of underground garden. Looks a little run down.
Matt.
Looks like something can be put in the statue's paws. Seems like it belonged to some kind of game, similar to chess, only bigger. A rather colorful-looking fruit grows in this old garden. I don't know much about plants, but I can tell that this specimen is probably not doing too well, surely because of the darkness in here. It's leaning against the wall.
Grab spade. Kind of grab like weird fruit too. Yeah. Oh.
The tree with its branches prevents me from taking the fruit. This old garden seems to have a life of its own. The tendrils point to the little plant, which doesn't look very healthy. This corner already starts to crumble. It certainly doesn't take too much to collapse. I can't get the hole any bigger with that either.
Man. What is that? Ah. What? Shit. Crap. Okay, I wasn't really sure how the button thingies works. I think it was like... Man. I think it was like in the direction it's facing, and then when it spins, it's like reorients its directions or something. I'm not sure entirely. Oh, I can use the mirror on that. Yes. Of the little plant.
Now it looks happy again.
I can now grab fruit. Okay then. Oh. More dinger.
Littered with food scraps and dust fluff as thick as my hoof. Why does that bust have to look so grim? As if a place like this didn't give you enough bad vibes already. Two uniformed wolves looking the viewer triumphantly in the eye. In the background, you can see several weapons stuck in the grass, which are meant to convey to the viewer that, oh, I don't feel like doing any fancy schmancy art analysis. It's about wolf stuff. And war stuff. It's written in some unknown language. What a strange document. It seems very old. A text in a language unknown to me is on it. Perhaps the leader of the wolves in his younger days. His gaze is communicating, "I'm the alpha male." Or he's simply bored. From its size alone, I would guess it belongs to the front door.
Oh, give me that then.
What are you stinking slackers still doing up here?
Oh.
What the? Well, well, well. We have an intruder. I thought you dear knew how we deal with uninvited guests around here.
Finn better come up with something clever if he wants to escape with that key. Okay. So I got that fruit. And that potion or whatever.
You need a certain fruit and water. The fruit's juice, when added, gives the water as especially stick.
I don't have water. But there's a giant cauldron full of shit. Yes.
Wow, the fruit seems to be having an effect already.
But how does that help me? Oh.
Look! There appears to be a trapdoor underneath the room.
Oh, I see. So I can...
No.
Yeah, I could probably...
Oh man, it's heavy! I can't push it without help.
Man. Oh. Okay, I even see that cage right there. That's like part of the wall.
Some kind of cage.
Over here!
Huh?
Quick, open the cage! Before you ask, I'm Gwen. You probably heard of the owl tribe in the mountains, right? I'm from there.
You really chose the most beautiful place for a trip.
Do I look like I'm here by choice, Smarty Pants? Did you see the wolf with the green cloak? She was the one who brought me here. And I'm pretty sure those darn wolves had something planned for me here.
Certainly wasn't going to be a fun karaoke night with a vegetarian buffet.
Well, duh. What a genius. With which inhabitant of the forest do I have the honor?
Finn.
Then listen, Finn. We've got to get out of here, and as fast as we can. I swear, the wolves are up to something. And it has something to do with those strange machine creatures.
You've seen them too?
I'll tell you more, once we've stopped standing around here like idiots.
Hour from the cover artwork. Free Gwen. Okay, now.
Gwen, help me for a sec. I know you may not be the strongest, but...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something?
No. I'm speechless.
Never underestimate an owl, especially not those with a 7-day-a-week training schedule.
That's a strong owl. Jesus. Okay, now I should be able to snag key.
What are you stinking slackers still doing up here?
Ugh.
Done! I'm stuck!
This is our chance. Let's get out of here.
We should take that document there with us.
Trick the wolf. Create a trap for Jarek. Oh, I guess that's the wolf's name.
I was already convinced that the inside of a wolf's maw might be the last thing I see. Thanks so much, buddy. But, please, no awkward hugs now.
How about you tell me what's going on?
Well, actually, I'm not too sure.
Gwen, listen, machines invade the land, places change, animals disappear, my family has been taken somewhere, and a Club Moss sandwich fell onto its coated side today. So I would really appreciate any little bit of information.
Come with me. We're going to the mountains, to the place where I come from. There's something you should see.
I'll be on that mountain faster than you can say lycopods. Say, Gwen.
We're going to the mountains. There's some...
Yo, mountains. Mountains.
Wow. What is this place?
I'll explain everything. Well, we owls have had a certain hunch since the machines appeared, and since I seem to be the only owl who is still left since the appearance of the machine creatures, I guess I'll have to tell you myself. Many centuries ago, we owls were in possession of an ancient knowledge. A knowledge of things older than we can imagine. Things and events that date back to the beginnings of our world.
And this place has something to do with it?
That's right. What you see here are the remains of the ancient library of the owls. Since the beginning of time, documents were stored here in which all our knowledge was written down.
Oh, come on, get to the point. What kind of knowledge are we talking about?
Well, there's the rub. We simply don't know that anymore. 500 years ago, there was a great fire. Everything was destroyed.
Is there nothing left?
Nothing that we owls would know of, but there have always been certain rumors.
Those bastards.
You won't believe all the stuff I found in there. The other wolves will be jealous for sure.
Yeah, how nice. Good for you. All I found was a pile of these stinking old documents.
That's so typical. Let's go to our camp before the owls notice us. The others are already there with their loot.
I guess there is still some room left in here for this junk. Hey, how about I just throw it away somewhere outside?
Nah, just leave it in a dark corner somewhere. Maybe it can be of use someday.
Well, okay.
Some say that it was an arson committed by
the wolves!
Bingo! And since our last encounter with those ruffians, I'm more than sure of that.
So you're telling me this document originated here?
So it did. 1,000-year-old document from the Library of the Owls. And I am sure that the wolves are in possession of even more documents.
Yeah, but what does this have to do with our situation?
As I witnessed during my captivity, the wolves developed an interest for these old documents again. Roughly around the same time those machine creatures appeared. They must have found some important information somewhere in those ancient lines. A hint of sorts, leading to something that might bring them immense power.
Of course.
Something that must also be related to the sudden appearance of the machine beings.
Oh boy, now it's getting weird. Could you make out anything on that document?
I had an A+ in Owlish, so here we go. It is the description of a place, far away. I can even translate the name. The Isle of Owlsgard.
I'll be a moose if the wolves won't go there. But I've never heard of this place.
The lands had very different names back in those days. Listen, I have an idea. We've got to get into that old library. Beneath it, there is a room with an ancient map of our world, complete with all the now outdated names. Once we found Owlsgard there, we should leave Velehill immediately and follow the wolves. Maybe this is our only chance to put an end to this whole mess.
The name of this place indicates that we have to travel across the sea. I wrote down a few things in my notepad.
Okay, okay, there we go. End of chapter 1. It's on chapter 2, whatever it just said. Oh god, okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. I guess when I come back, I will make my way into the ruins of that old library to look for that ancient map or whatever. And then we go from there. So I'll just take care of that when I come back. Until then, this is IndieGamerRetro on Beyond the Edge of Owlsgard. Later, guys.